Traveling is one of life's greatest joys. And for seniors, it can be the reward for decades of hard work, the chance to finally see the world, and the opportunity to create priceless memories. But while long-haul travel can be exciting and inspiring, it can also come with a unique set of challenges, especially as we get older. And unfortunately, there are some common mistakes that seniors make when traveling long distances that can turn what should be a dream trip into a frustrating, comfortable, or even risky experience. Today I want to talk about the worst mistakes seniors make when traveling long haul, not to scare anyone away from booking that bucket list adventure, but to help you avoid those pitfalls and travel smarter, safer, and more comfortably. Whether you are planning your first big international trip or you are a seasoned traveler looking for a smoother journey, this guide is for you. One of the biggest mistakes seniors make is underestimating how physically demanding long-haul travel really is. You might think that sitting on a plane for 10 or 12 hours is just boring, but in reality, it takes a real toll on your body. Sitting in cramped seats for that long can lead to stiffness, swelling in the legs and feet, back pain, and even more serious issues like deep vein thrombosis, or DVT. Many seniors don't take this seriously enough, but circulation issues can escalate quickly at high altitudes. The solution? Movement is medicine. Walking around the cabin every hour or two, stretching in your seat, and wearing compression socks can make a world of difference. But to many people, simply stay seated, thinking they'll power through, and that's when problems arise. Another mistake is ignoring hydration. Airplane cabins are incredibly dry, and dehydration sneaks up on you fast. Seniors are particularly vulnerable because the body's sense of thirst decreases with age. On top of that, some people avoid drinking water on flights because they don't want the hassle of getting up and using the restroom. But that's a dangerous trade-off. Dehydration contributes to fatigue, jet lag, headaches, and joint stiffness. A simple fix is to bring your own reusable water bottle and keep sipping throughout the flight, even if it means more bathroom breaks. Trust me, hydration is worth the extra effort. Closely related is the mistake of relying too much on alcohol or caffeine. Free wine and cocktails on international flights can be tempting, and coffee feels like a lifesaver during layovers. But both actually dehydrate you further and disrupt your sleep cycle. Seniors sometimes think, "I'll have a drink to help me relax and fall asleep," but alcohol actually reduces the quality of your sleep, making jet lag worse. A better alternative is herbal tea or simply sticking with water. Sleep masks, neck pillows, and noise-canceling headphones will do a lot more for your rest than a glass of red wine at 35,000 feet. Packing mistakes are another major issue. Many seniors either pack way too much or forget essential items. Overpacking leads to heavy luggage that's tough to maneuver, especially through airports where walking long distances is often unavoidable. I've seen countless seniors struggling with oversized suitcases, getting stressed about weight limits, or injuring themselves trying to lift bags into overhead bins. The best approach is to pack lighter than you think you need, use rolling luggage, and keep essentials like medications, documents, and a change of clothes in a carry-on. Underpacking, on the other hand, often means forgetting critical items like prescriptions, hearing aid batteries, or mobility aids. These are things you can't always replace easily abroad, so make a checklist and double-check it. Let's talk about medications, because this is one of the most overlooked areas of long-haul travel for seniors. A common mistake is packing all medications in checked luggage. Bags can get lost or delayed, and if your blood pressure pills or insulin don't arrive when you do, that's more than just inconvenient, it can be dangerous. Always keep medications in your carry-on, in their original labeled bottles, and bring more than you think you'll need in case of travel delays. Another mistake is forgetting to account for time zone changes. If you're supposed to take a medication every 12 hours, how do you handle that when flying across 8 time zones? It's important to plan ahead, talk to your doctor, and adjust your schedule gradually. Some seniors also skip travel insurance, thinking it's just an unnecessary expense. That can be a costly mistake. Travel insurance isn't only about lost luggage, it's about protecting yourself if you get sick or injured abroad. Medical care in foreign countries can be incredibly expensive, and some hospitals require upfront payment before treatment. Seniors are at higher risk for medical emergencies, and without insurance, you could face astronomical bills. The peace of mind travel insurance provides is priceless. Another common mistake is failing to prepare for airport logistics. Many seniors underestimate how exhausting airports can be. Long walks between terminals, standing in security lines, and rushing to catch connections can be overwhelming. Too many seniors don't request assistance because they don't want to feel like a burden. But airports are designed to accommodate travelers with mobility needs. You can request wheelchair assistance, electric cart rides, or priority boarding. And there's no shame in using those services. Mistake is in trying to tough it out, only to arrive at your destination exhausted before your trip even begins. Tech mistakes are increasingly common too. Many seniors still travel without downloading airline apps, boarding passes, or translation tools, which can make the journey more confusing than it needs to be. Relying solely on printed itineraries is risky because plans change in real time. Flight delays, gate changes, and cancellations are much easier to handle if you have the airline's app sending you updates. Similarly, navigating a foreign city is much easier with offline maps saved to your phone. The mistake here isn't just about missing convenience, it's about adding stress and frustration to a trip that should feel enjoyable. Speaking of stress, let's talk about scheduling mistakes. Some seniors make the error of planning overly ambitious itineraries with no downtime. They try to squeeze in every site, every excursion, every moment, as if this might be their one and only trip. But pushing too hard leads to exhaustion, irritability, and sometimes even illness. Long-haul travel already takes a toll on your body, and without rest days built into your itinerary, you'll run yourself ragged. A better approach is to plan lightly, prioritize the must-sees, and allow for flexibility. Remember, enjoying the trip isn't about doing the most, it's about experiencing it well. Another scheduling mistake is not planning enough buffer time between connections. Seniors sometimes assume that if the airline sells a 45-minute layover, it must be fine. But airports are unpredictable. Security checks, passport control, or simply navigating from one gate to another can take much longer than expected. Missing a connection is stressful for anyone, but it's especially tough for seniors. A better choice is to book longer layovers, giving yourself breathing room. It might mean waiting an extra hour at the airport, but that's far better than running through terminals or dealing with missed flights. One of the biggest mistakes I see is neglecting health precautions before the trip. Seniors sometimes skip pre-travel checkups or don't look into vaccinations and health advisories for their destination. Traveling long-haul exposes you to new climates, new foods, and new germs. It's important to know whether you need shots for things like yellow fever or whether you'll be at risk for altitude sickness. A quick visit to your doctor before traveling can address these concerns, adjust medications if needed, and make sure you're fit to fly. Skipping this step can lead to avoidable health problems on the road. Dietary mistakes also catch many seniors off guard. Trying unfamiliar foods in a new country is one of the joys of travel, but it can also lead to digestive issues, especially if you have a sensitive stomach or dietary restrictions. A common mistake is overindulging or ignoring food safety. Street food might look delicious, but if it's prepared in unsanitary conditions, it could ruin your trip. Seniors are more vulnerable to foodborne illnesses, so it's important to be cautious. Carrying simple remedies like rehydration salts or stomach medication can save the day, but prevention is always better than cure. Sleep mistakes can also derail long-haul travel. Jet lag hits harder as we age, and seniors sometimes don't prepare for it. A mistake is assuming you can simply sleep it off once you arrive. But adjusting your body clock requires strategy. Shifting your sleep schedule gradually before departure, exposing yourself to sunlight at the right times, and avoiding naps that are too long can all help. Without preparation, jet lag can leave you groggy and disoriented for days, wasting precious time on your trip. Another pitfall is ignoring personal safety. Seniors sometimes assume that tourist areas are automatically safe, but pickpockets and scams target older travelers. Carrying large amounts of cash, keeping wallets in back pockets, or leaving valuables unattended are mistakes that can be costly. Investing in a money belt, using crossbody bags, and being cautious about where and when you withdraw cash are simple steps that prevent problems. It's not about being paranoid, it's about being prepared. Finally, one of the most overlooked mistakes is not listening to your body. Seniors often try to push through discomfort, fatigue, or pain because they don't want to hold anyone back. but ignoring warning signs can turn a minor issue into a major one. If you feel unwell, rest. If you need help, ask. If something doesn't feel right, don't dismiss it. Traveling long haul is supposed to be enjoyable, not an endurance test. At the end of the day, long haul travel as a senior can be incredibly rewarding. It opens doors to new cultures, creates lasting memories, and proves that adventure has no age limit. Avoiding these common mistakes makes all the difference. Stay hydrated, move your body, pack smart, manage your medications, get insured, use technology. Schedule wisely, prioritize your health, and above all, listen to yourself. Traveling is not about perfection, it's about preparation. And with a little foresight, seniors can transform long-haul journeys from something daunting into something delightful. So, the next time you're booking that dream trip, remember, a smooth journey begins with smart choices. Don't let these mistakes hold you back. The world is still waiting for you, and the best time to explore it is now.